Imagine cruising at 41,000 feet in a modern airliner. Everything is normal. The weather is clear. The passengers are relaxed. Then suddenly, both engines stop. Not because of a mechanical failure, not because of bad weather, but because the airplane has completely run out of fuel. This is the unbelievable, true story of the flight that became known as the Gimli Glider. Background: in July 1983, a passenger plane operated by Air Canada was preparing for a routine flight across Canada. The aircraft was a relatively new Boeing 767. Pilots and passengers expected an ordinary journey. Nothing seemed unusual before takeoff, but hidden deep within the flight's preparation was a mistake that nobody realized at the time. A mistake involving fuel calculations. The problem: Canada was in the middle of switching from old imperial measurements to metric measurements. Fuel had traditionally been calculated in pounds. Now it needed to be calculated in kilograms. During the fueling process, a conversion error was made. The numbers appeared correct. The paperwork looked fine, yet the aircraft received far less fuel than it actually needed. Nobody noticed the mistake. The plane took off as scheduled. Escalation. For a while, everything seemed normal. Then warning systems began alerting the pilots. At first, they suspected an equipment problem. Moments later, one engine shut down. The crew immediately began emergency procedures. But before they could fully understand the situation, the second engine also failed. The aircraft instantly became a giant glider. No engines, no thrust, just a silent airplane descending toward the ground. More than 60 people were on board. The pilots had only minutes to save everyone. Climax. The crew searched for the nearest place to land. They remembered an old Air Force base called Gimli Industrial Park Airport. What they did not know was that part of the runway was being used for a public event that day. As the powerless aircraft descended, the pilots carefully guided it toward the runway. The plane was dropping fast. There would be no second chance. At the last moment, the aircraft touched down. The landing was rough. The tires were damaged. The nose dropped forward, but the airplane stayed under control. Against all odds, it came to a stop. Aftermath. Amazingly, everyone survived. There were only minor injuries. Investigators later discovered the cause. The disaster had started with a simple unit conversion mistake, a confusion between pounds and kilograms. One small error had nearly caused a major tragedy. Conclusion: the Gimli Glider became one of aviation's most famous survival stories. It showed how even advanced technology can be defeated by a simple human mistake. But it also demonstrated the value of training, teamwork, and calm decision-making under pressure. Because on that day, when both engines failed at 41,000 feet, the difference between disaster and survival came down to the people in the cockpit. If you like this video, then subscribe for more. Thank you.